The Nintendo Switch 2's launch may be defined by a brand new Mario Kart, but a lot of ports and re-releases of games that have been available on other platforms will make their way to the Nintendo Switch 2 in the coming months. In this series, we'll tell you why it's worth considering picking up some games you may not have had a chance to play yet if you've only played games on Nintendo Switch. This time we dive into the first open world Star Wars game with Ubisoft's Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars Outlaws originally released in August of 2024 to positive but mixed reviews. It is, according to the marketing from Ubisoft, the first open-world Star Wars game. You play as Kay Vess, a smuggler who is forced to leave her home of Canto Bight and travels the galaxy in a stolen ship, the Trailblazer, in search of a crew to commit the ultimate heist from a notorious mobster. As you grow a reputation in the criminal syndicates of the Star Wars universe, Kay can align herself with different factions like Crimson Dawn and the Pike Syndicate, or betray them to reap the most rewards. The game features both space and planetary exploration as you complete contracts, scavenge for treasures, and run into bounty hunters and scum alike. Star Wars Outlaws plays for the majority of the time like a third-person action game with some mild stealth elements. Kay Vess is not a Force user and has to rely on her wits and a blaster in order to get out of sticky situations. You are free to explore the planet at your own risk, as you may run into Imperial blockades, syndicate factions that you will need to sneak your way through, or just hang out at the local tavern and play a game of sabacc. It is similar to other open world games developed by Ubisoft, though it feels more freely structured than the often compared classic style of Assassin's Creed that you may be familiar with. What sets the game apart is the syndicate system. Each time you participate in a mission or objective, you may need to collaborate with a particular syndicate. But more often than not, you may be approached by a rival that offers you a different reward for completing the objective on their behalf. As your allegiances grow and shift, a bounty hunter might come chasing after you, or the Empire will take a special interest and you'll need to infiltrate their database and modify your records. This push and pull gives Outlaws a particular dynamic that more often than not feels fresh, especially as you gain new methods of traversal and interaction with the world and you grow your skills as a thief. Once you unlock the Trailblazer, your own spaceship, you are free to take off at any time and explore the galaxy to your heart's content. There are several missions in space, such as providing security to escorts, getting into space combat with pirates, or docking at one of the stations in orbit. You have free control of your ship, but can only travel to designated galaxies and planets. Do not expect a No Man's Sky type experience. This game is open world, but may feel a bit more compact than you'd expect. The highlight of Star Wars Outlaws are the characters. Kay Vess, her alien pet Nix, and especially her crew of ragtag renegades are incredibly fun to hang out with. The Star Wars worlds and planets are designed with a lot of care and attention to detail. From the different alien species to the way the culture on Tatooine differs from Akiva, this feels like the living and breathing world that is often portrayed in Star Wars, but rarely experienced in the games from this franchise. The Nintendo Switch 2 version of Star Wars Outlaws is the gold edition of the game and comes with a season pass for the game. For those who want to buy the game physically, it will be released as a Nintendo Switch 2 game keycard version on September 4th, 2025. Be aware that this version of the game may require a large download, as the original game required about 50 to 60 gigabytes of storage space on other platforms. Is there anything else you need to know? So, Star Wars Outlaws features a season pass that gives access to 2 additional story packs released over time in 2024 and 2025. The first pack was called Wildcard and features everyone's favorite smuggler, Lando Calrissian, as Kay Vess infiltrates a high-stakes sabacc tournament. It adds about 3 hours of content to the game. The second pack, A Pirate's Fortune, sees Kay teaming up with Hondo Ohnaka to focus mostly on space battles and fighting off against the Rokana Raiders. Additionally, the Season Pass includes a special mission featuring Jabba the Hutt and additional cosmetic items for Kay, Nix, and her spaceship. Finally, how would I describe this game to Nintendo fans? Well, what if Star Fox Assault took place in an open world with exploration similar to a Zelda game? I hope that gave you enough to consider Star Wars Outlaws on Nintendo Switch 2. The game will launch on September 4th, 2025.
This video is made possible by our generous supporters on Patreon. Did you know that Nintendo World Report is funded directly by fans like you? When you support Nintendo World Report on Patreon, you get immediate access to multiple exclusive podcasts every month, exclusive Discord channels, an early look at select content, and more, all for as little as $1 a month. Check out patreon.com/NWR for all the details.
you.